Pleasant good evening. Thanks for tuning in. It is playoff baseball live from Buggy Field out in Aston. The Narbeth Mudcats looking to finish off a quarterfinal series. They're the visitors tonight here at Buggy Field as they take on the Aston Valley Knights. Thanks for tuning in on DelcoLeague.com. On the mound tonight for Aston Valley, right-hander Chris Murphy taking his warm-up pitches. Real quick, we'll go through the Narberth lineup. Leading off will be the center fielder, Tyler Kehoe. Dylan Can plays second base. He'll bat second. Michael Anderson, the first baseman, bats third. Wilfredo Mendez in right field. He'll bat fourth. Pat Toll plays third base. He'll bat fifth. Dylan Posengag, the designated hitter, bats sixth. Zach Tropiano out in left. He'll bat seventh. Batting eighth, Dakota Barbette, the shortstop. Cam Starr behind the plate will bat ninth. Jimmy Wygo on the mound for Narberth. The Mudcats 3-1 victors last night over at Bonner to take a 1-0 lead in this quarterfinal series. The 4th-seeded Mudcats and the 5th-seeded Knights. An elimination game here at Buggy Field. It's warm, it's humid. And you can imagine how it feels up here in the press box. But Aston with one of the better arms in recent Delco League history on the mound tonight, as they'll need to win to keep their season alive. Should the Knights win Game 2, Game 3 is set for Narberth Playground tomorrow night. Glad to have you with us. As before you know it, summer almost over. We're into the playoffs. Wayne, the top seed, Upper Darby, the second seed, buys to the semifinals. They are eagerly awaiting the outcome of this series and the other quarterfinal that gets underway tonight with Marple Newtown visiting Springfield. To the Black Sox of Marple Newtown knocked off Chester in a wild card play-in game. First pitch, 5:48 p.m., swung on and fouled back. We're underway. Nothing in one, the count to Kehoe. Murphy from the windup, the 0-1. Checks the swing to go up the line. They say he swung. Kehoe trying to protect himself. Wasn't able to hold up, so nothing in two, the count. The 0-2 popped up, foul out of play. Quick look at the defense for Aston Valley. We mentioned Murphy on the mound. Quentin Perilli behind the plate. Sean Haught at first. Jaker Cantor at second as Kehoe fouls another one off right back up to our vantage point. Sam Benignati at third, Brett Lesher at short. Adam Tomer out in left. Vinny Prieto in center, and Brandon Colon in right, the defense for Aston Valley. Kehoe swings, hits that one down the right field line. It is a foul ball. That had extra bases written all over it. No dimensions on the fence here at Buggy Field. It does not feel like a particularly deep yard. Not necessarily prone to triples, but if you're going to hit a triple here, that's probably where you're going to do it, to that right field corner, as a left-handed hitter able to get out of the box pretty quick. So nothing in two, the count to Kehoe. He'll be followed by Dylan Can. The pitch. Taken up and in, 1-2. 1-2 swung on and missed. Kehoe is down swinging to start this one. So I'll bring up Dylan Can. Cam bats from the right side. First pitch, swung on and batted foul. Bounces up over the Narberth dugout down the first base side. Mudcats, white pants, navy blue tops with the red lettering and numbers. Aston Valley, their customary white pants, black tops with orange logo and numbers. Chopped off the plate towards third base. Takes a hop. Throw over to first in time. 2 away. Bending Dottie charged it. It took a little bit of a hop right off the lip of the grass. Looks like the grass has grown a little bit here. Slower infield. Not a problem for the Aston third baseman, Michael Anderson. He'll step in, bats from the right side. First pitch. Taken outside, 1-0. Should he get aboard, Wilfredo Mendez waits on deck. Swung on and missed. Narberth hitters trying to jump on Murphy early if they can. So Anderson took the first pitch, but both Kehoe and Can came out swinging. The 1-1. Up and in. Anderson gets out of the way. So it's 2 balls and a strike. Chop towards third. There's Benning Noddy. He can't handle it on the bounce. He won't have a play. So Anderson aboard on the air. That's first base runner of the game. And it's a 2-out runner for Narberth. So Wilfredo Mendez steps in, bats from the left side. He takes one on the outer half. The 0-1 misses inside. It's 1-1. Apologies, you hear that plane going overhead. It's quite loud. You also hear the fans blowing up here in the press box. I mentioned it's quite steamy outside, and it's multiplied up here. Just trying not to pass out on the air as time is called. And if you hear me go silent for a little while, call the authorities, because I might need a little help. The 1-1. Top foul, 1-2. Murphy kicks the 1-2 inside. Counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two fouled off. Swung on and missed, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error. 1 left on base through a half inning. It's Narberth nothing. Aston Valley coming to bat. It's the Delco League playoffs here on DelcoLeague.com. Back here for the bottom half of the first inning. No score between Narberth and Aston Valley. Game 2 of the quarterfinal series between the two. First pitch. Brandon Cologne swings, fouls it off. It'll be Cologne, Adam Tomer, and Sean Haught, 1, 2, 3 for the Knights. Facing elimination on their home turf. Jimmy Wygo on the mound. Tall lefty unfurls ball 1. It's 1-1. Wygo wearing number 99. Reminiscent of the last number 99 left-hander in this town. Mitch Williams is swung on and missed by Cologne, 1-2. Pitch from Wygo, swung on and missed. And just like his counterpart, Chris Murphy, Jimmy Wygo strikes out the first batter of the ball game, 1 away. So Adam Tomer, the left fielder, will step in. First pitch swinging, that one's out to third. Pat Toll scoops it up. Play at first in time. So 1 pitch ground out. Top half of the inning, we had a strikeout and a ground out to third. Bottom half, it's deja vu all over again. A strikeout, a ground out to third, 2 away for Sean Haught. Haught, the Aston Valley veteran. Takes a strike. Shortstop Brett Lesher on deck. Wygo kicks and delivers way outside. The 1-1. Fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes. Wygo shakes off Cam Starr. Has his sign, he'll wind and fire. That one has popped up out towards center. A long run for Tyler Kehoe, but he catches it in right center field. And that will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors. None left. 1 full inning in the books. Narberth 0, Aston Valley 0. Stick around, we'll be right back. Pat Toll kicks off the top half of the second inning. for Narberth. Takes ball 1. No score between the Mudcats and the Knights in quarterfinal game 2. Chris Murphy winds. Swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Toll will be followed by the designated hitter Dylan Posengag and left fielder Zach Tropiano. Top towards third. Sam Benvignati waits on it this time. And he will throw Toll out easily for out number 1. All 3 balls in play by Narberth have gone over to third base. Benvignati has been busy. He's 2 out of 3 thus far. So to bring up Dylan Posengag for his first at-bat of the game. Murphy kicks. Check swing fouled off. On the outside corner, 0-2. Called third strike. Dylan Posengag goes down looking. He's retired for out number 2. Third strikeout of the night for Chris Murphy. And Zach Tropiano, the Narberth left fielder, steps in. First pitch. Swings, fouls it off. The wind in the pitch. That one's fouled off over the Narberth dugout, so 0-2 the count to Tropiano rather. With Dakota Barbette on deck. Hit 2. Called third strike. Chris Murphy gets the last 2 looking. That one right down Broadway, an off-speed pitch. To strike out Tropiano, and that retires the side. 1-2-3 inning. Here in the top half of the second. An inning and a half in the books, no score. Brett Lesher leads off the bottom half of the second inning. First pitch bounces in there for ball 1. No score between Narberth and Aston Valley here in game 2 of the quarterfinals. It'll be Lesher followed by Colin Porter and Sam Benvignati. Outside 2-0. And Jimmy Wygo falling behind in the count. Lesher swings 2-0, fouls it off. A lot of foul balls heading towards those woods behind the Narberth dugout. Breaking ball in for a called strike. It's 2-2. That one inside, stopped by Starr before it. Well, not before. It looks like it bounced off the home plate umpire as well. So Starr will trot out to the mound and hand the ball to Wygo while the home plate umpire takes a little walk. The tall left-hander uncorks his 3-2, swung on, fouled off. Wygo out of Broomall, Pennsylvania, headed to Monmouth next year to play his college ball. Lesher has wrapped up his second year with the Blue Hens at the University of Delaware, a big Delaware contingent often on this Aston Valley team. He chops that one up towards short. Barbette gloves it on a hop. The throw is well over Anderson at first base. And with that, Lesher will go to second. So a throwing error on Barbette gives the Knights their first runner of the game. Not a great at-bat for the Mudcats. One pitch bounced up there, one bounced up over the catcher, hit the umpire, one very wide, and then an everyday grounder airmailed. So that'll bring up Colin Porter. Batting from the left side, the designated hitter swings and misses, 0-1. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Wygo spins, nobody covering second base, so Lesher will trot back. Swung on and missed. Lesher steals third base. So Porter goes down on 3 pitches. But now the Knights have a runner 90 feet away with 1 out for Sam Benvignati. Third baseman's been busy at the hot corner this evening. Outside corner, strike 1. That one's up and away. Count even at a ball and strike. Catcher Quentin Perilli waits on deck. Quinton Perilli. Wygo has a sign, the 1-1. Popped up to right field. Coming in on it quickly is Mendez. He'll make the catch. But the ball did not get deep enough. Lesher stays at third. A good throw by Mendez. That will keep the runner at third, so Benvignati not able to get the run home off the bat. It looked like it was going to get the job done, but wasn't as deep to the point where Mendez had to make quite the run to actually make the catch. It's a 2 down for Quentin Perilli. Takes one inside. Second baseman Jacob Cantor waits on deck. Pitch upstairs, 2-0. In the air down the right field line, but that will go foul. 2-1 the count to the Aston backstop. Weigo's pitch, chopped back up the middle, tough play. It's going to get through. Quentin Perilli with an RBI single, the first hit of the game for either team. That'll bring home Brett Lesher, a 2-out single. Gives Aston Valley a 1-0 lead. Just past the outstretched glove of Dylan Cann out at second base. I don't think he would have had a play at first, considering where that ball was hit. The perfect example of the pie slice concept that we could be seeing coming to Major League Baseball, as the first pitch to Jacob Cantor is in the dirt, but Perilli stays put. The theory is there would be a triangle drawn behind second base, and defenders can't be in that area because a ball up the middle should go up the middle. And it did there for Perilli, and he's given his team a 1-0 lead in the dirt, 2-0. Weigo from the stretch. One's on the ground to short, a slow roller. Tough play for Barbette. The throw in time. Some good defense for the Mudcats there, but damage done. An RBI single from Quentin Perilli scores Brett Lesher. We're through 2 innings. Aston Valley 1, Narberth 0. This is game 2 of the Delco League quarterfinals here on DelcoLeague.com. Top half of the third inning, Dakota Barbette, Cam Starr, and then the top of the order and Tyler Kehoe for Narberth. Mudcats trail 1-0. They lead the series 1-0. It's best of 3 trying to close it out. Chris Murphy for Aston Valley standing in their way. First pitch from him in there for a strike. Called strike to Barbette, 0-2. Barbette chops that one back up the middle. Gloved by Lesher, the throw in time to get Barbette. That's some nice defense out there at short. Barbette robbed by his counterpart after he made a nice play himself in the previous inning. Murphy's first pitch to Cam Starr in for a called strike. That one's fouled up, 0-2. Murphy, a Millersville product, drafted by the Astros in 2015. Went 9-9 with a 3.40 ERA in the minor leagues. Pitch fouled off. Struck out 94 batters in 148 in the third innings, 3 saves, made 18 starts over the course of 2015 and 2016. Nothing into the count. One's upstairs. A 1-2. Count to Cam Starr. Tyler Kehoe waiting on deck. Swung on and missed. That is the 5th strikeout of the game for Murphy. Now Kehoe will step in 0-for-1. He was the first strikeout victim leading off the game. He'll look to do better this time. 2 away here in the top half of the third inning of a 1-0 ball game. Kehoe swings and misses in the first pitch. Outside. Here 1. Tap foul. That one is hit in the air to right field. It's deep. Heading back is the right fielder, Cologne, and that ball is gone. It's a game-tying home run for Tyler Kehoe. It's a 1-1 ball game here at Buggy Field. First hit for the Mudcats is a big one. As it ties it up with 2 outs here in the third, and that'll bring up Dylan Cann. Can takes a called strike. Grounded out to third his first time up. A guy like Murphy on the mound, you're not going to get to him often, so Kehoe really cashing in on that opportunity. Another called strike. It was hard to tell as the sun is out there. It was hard to tell if Cologne really had a beat on that ball or not. Ultimately just ran out of room. As Can fouls one off to stay alive. That one's poked out towards right center field. That's going to drop in front of Cologne. So a couple of two-out base hits for the Mudcats. And that'll bring up first baseman Michael Anderson, 0 for 1, reached on an error. One ball game, top half of the third inning. First pitch to Anderson, taken outside. Murphy from the stretch. That one's popped out towards right field. It's actually going to be the second baseman Cantor on the outfield grass that makes the catch, and that will retire the side, but Narberth gets back to level. They do it on a solo shot by Tyler Kehoe. 1 run, 2 hits. No errors, they leave 1. 2.5 in the books. Narberth 1, Aston Valley 1. This is Delco League Baseball on DelcoLeague.com. First pitch swinging Vinny Prieto to lead off the bottom half of the third inning. Swings and misses, 0-1. Jimmy Wygo back on the mound for Narberth. Breaking ball in for strike 2, 0-2. It'll be Prieto and Brandon Cologne and Adam Tomer, 9-1-2. Due up for the Knights. Saw the Mudcats tie things up here, 1-1. Prieto frozen on a breaking ball. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Third strikeout of the game for Wygo. One down for Cologne, struck out his first time up. Takes one up and away. Weigo's had the breaking ball working. That fastball, he's had some trouble locating it. That one's over for a called strike, 1-1. Swung on and missed, 1-2 now the count. Upstairs, 2-2. Tomer waits on deck. Glad he could join us here tonight. If you couldn't make it out to the ballpark, glad you decided to tune in. And if you are at the ballpark, looking for a little extra soundtrack, appreciate that too. That pitch misses up and in. Full count to Brandon Colon. Weigo winds the 3-2. Is upstairs. Colon draws the one-out walk, the first walk of the game for either pitcher. As much as you could say after just 2.5 innings, a fairly well-pitched game to this point. That's the first walk, not many 3-ball counts. Murphy had that hiccup where he gave up the home run and the single. Other than that, he's pretty much had his way the first time through the Narberth order. Weigo's first pitch up and in to Adam Tomer, grounded out to third his first time up. Gets that one over, 1-1. That one catches the black on the outside corner, 1-2 to Tomer. Tomer on the roster at Salisbury University, native of Wilmington. Weigo's pitch, fouled off down the third base line, so the left-hander stays alive. That one's in the dirt. It's going to get away from Starr. Heading to second on the wild pitch is Colon. So 2-2 the count. A runner in scoring position with one out here in the third. Weigo from the stretch. Eyes the runner, comes home with it. Low and away. Tomer holds up. Count goes full. That one's outside, so consecutive walks as the pitch gets away, and Tomer trots quickly down the first, but Colon not going anywhere. So one out, men at first and second for Sean Haught. That'll bring Steve DeBarberi, the Narbeth manager, out of the dugout. I don't see anybody throwing in the bullpen, so this is probably just a calm down, here's how we want to attack this guy sort of conversation. Adam Tomer at first, Brandon Cologne at second, Sean Haught at the plate, 1 out in the bottom of the third of a 1-1 ball game. Do or die for Aston Valley. Narberth trying to clinch it. First pitch from Narberth's Jimmy Wygo. So Sean Haught is outside for a ball, 1-0. Brett Lesher scored the lone run of the game so far for Aston. Waits on deck. Now Wygo steps off. Infield back for Narberth at double play depth. Pitch is low, 2-0. So no sooner did I say a fairly well-pitched game, Jimmy Wygo seems to have lost the strike zone. The 2-0. Haught takes that one. It's upstairs. 3-0 to count. Normally you'd think he'd be taken all the way, but he's a veteran batting in that 3-hole. If he sees something he likes, he might have that green light. He does. He swings. He hits that one down the right field line. Backing up is Mendez. He makes the catch at the warning track. A nice throw in. It's going to keep Tomer at first, but Cologne goes to third. All on the fly ball, but a big out for Jimmy Wygo. And there's the peril of the 3-0 green light. Haught hit that one all the way to the track out and right, but Mendez got to it, made the play. And there's 2 down, and now Wygo could see his way out of this inning. Runners at the corners for Lesher. Reached on a throwing error, his first scored. He takes a called strike. Fouled off, 0-2. As Tomer was going on the pitch. So 0-2 the count. Should Lesher keep the inning going, Colin Porter waits on deck. Wygo misses up and away, 1-2. Cologne at third. Runner goes, pitches in the dirt. And Tomer's got the base stolen. So the count 2-2 now. Lesher with 2 in scoring position. Swung on and missed. A big strikeout for Jimmy Wygo. He gets out of the jam. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Knights leave 2. That could prove to be big later on. 3 in the books. Narberth 1, Aston 1. You're listening to the Delco League quarterfinals on DelcoLeague.com. First pitch swinging. Wilfredo Mendez pops it up on the infield. Sam Benvignati over at third makes the catch. One pitch, one out here in the top half of the fourth inning. As Pat Toll 0 for 1 steps in for Narberth. 1-1 between the Mudcats and the Aston Valley Knights here in Game 2 of their quarterfinal series. First pitch, the 2-toll from Chris Murphy, in for a called strike. Takes a called strike. He takes that one low. 1-2 the count to Toll. Dylan Posencheg waits on deck. Murphy from the windup. Off-speed pitch inside. 2-2 the count. That one's hit towards third base again. Benvignati has to go back, but it's the shortstop Lesher who makes the catch. A little humpback liner onto the outfield grass. So a couple of poor contact pop-ups induced by Murphy. 2 quick outs here in the fourth. Take the temperature out. It's a gorgeous night here in southern Delaware County. As Posencheg swings at the first pitch, skies that one out towards right center. It's the center fielder, Vinny Prieto. Makes the catch. A 7-pitch inning, if that, for Chris Murphy. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, hits, errors, none left. We're at the midpoint of this one. Narberth 1, Aston 1. Colin Porter swings, fouls off the first pitch to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning. Defensive change for Narberth. I'll bring that to you in a second as Jimmy Wygo uncorks strike 2. And he uncorks it to Dominic Joseph. He replaces Cam Starr. He'll bat in the 9th position, the new catcher for Narberth. Top foul down the first base line. It'll be Porter, Benvignati, and Perilli. 5, 6, 7 here in the bottom of the fourth of a 1-1 ball game. An elimination game for the Knights. They must win to keep their season going. Narberth trying to finish off the series in a 2-game sweep. Breaking ball up and in, 1-2. Porter struck out his first time up. The 1-2. Broke his bat, I think, as he hits a slow roller to second. Scooped up easily by Can. Porter's retired for out number 1. If that didn't break the bat, it might have broken the ball. The Delco League, a wood bat league. Which, if you didn't already know, you probably could surmise. Nobody's breaking any metal bats out here. Bevignati to the plate, 0 for 1. First pitch swung on and missed. The Aston third baseman busy out in the field this evening rather. Swings, hits that one back through the middle. Wygo reaches out, grabs it. The arcing throw to first in time. And Bevignati is retired for out number 2. And Quentin Perilli steps in. His RBI single in the second inning, the only hit thus far through 3 2/3 for Aston Valley. First pitch from Wygo. At the belt on the outer half, 0-1. That one is down and in. That one's outside. So 2-1 the count, 2 down here in the 4th. Down and in, blocked by Joseph. That one's hit down the right field line, foul. Full count to the Aston catcher. Jacob Cantor waits on deck. Up and away. And so Wygo, after getting ahead 1-2, loses Perilli. And he's aboard for the second time. So Cantor steps in, 0 for 1, grounded out to short to end the second. Left-hander Wygo misses up and away. That one missed high, so 2-0 the count. To Cantor. The runner at first, Perilli, 2 down. Kicks in, delivers. Breaking ball in for a called strike, 2-1. Pitch in the dirt, gets away from Joseph. Perilli slides in without a throw. So the wild pitch puts the go-ahead run in scoring position here in the middle innings. Swung on and missed. Cantor swinging out of his shoes. On the outside corner, a called strike. Cantor thought he had drawn the walk. He goes down looking instead. 5th strikeout of the game for Jimmy Wygo, and that will send the Knights down in the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 1. 4 full in the books. It's 1-1 between Aston Valley and Narberth. This is the Delco League quarterfinals on DelcoLeague.com. Top half of the 5th inning, score tied at 1 for Narberth. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error. They've left 2 for Aston Valley. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error. They've left 4. Both starters still in the game. Chris Murphy for Aston Valley, Jimmy Wygo for Narberth. 7-8-9 due up for the Mudcats. Zach Tropiano leads off, lays out a bunt, goes foul. Struck out his first time up. Dakota Barbette will follow him, and then Dominic Joseph set for his first at-bat of the evening. Into the later innings now. A 7-inning ball game as we encroach upon 7 o'clock here on the East Coast at Jim Buggy Memorial Field at Sun Valley High School. Popped up to right field. Cologne is over in right center, makes the catch for out number 1. Barbette 0 for 1. Grounded out to short his last time up. Takes a called strike. Haught at first, a little behind the bag, off the line. Benvignati level with the bag at third. Wide open up the middle as Barbette swings and misses, nothing in 2. These shadows here at Buggy Field, not quite what you're used to seeing maybe at a Major League Stadium. The sun setting behind the trees down the left field line instead of behind home plate as Barbette swings and misses. He's down on 3 pitches. 6th strikeout of the game for Murphy. So right now you've got the sun in the right fielder's eyes, also affecting the first and second baseman. Joseph steps in his first at-bat. Takes on the outside part of the plate. Joseph wrapping up his first year at Norfolk State out of Glasgow High in Delaware. Takes a called strike. came in to replace Cam Starr in the bottom half of the fourth behind the plate. Takes outside. Ball, 2 strikes to Joseph. 2 down in the fifth. Takes low, 2-2. Tyler Kehoe on deck, the offensive producer for Narberth tonight. His solo home run in the third tied the ball game. And that's where we are, 1-1. That ball swung on and hit deep towards right center. It's Colon over from right field, joined by Pareto, but it's Colon that makes the catch, and that will retire the side. 7 in a row retired by Chris Murphy. Here through the middle innings, no runs, hits, errors, none left. Bottom half of the fifth coming your way. It's Narberth 1, Aston Valley 1. You're listening to the Delco League quarterfinals on DelcoLeague.com. Jimmy Wygo back out for his 5th inning of work. He's allowed just 1 hit, 1 run. He's walked 3, struck out 5. So Vinny Pareto leads it off, 9-1-2. Pareto, Colon, and Tomer, the Aston Valley outfield, due up here in the 5th. Takes one outside. 1-1 the score. The 1-0. That one is hit out towards left field on the line, and it is caught on one knee by Zach Tropiano. A bit of a sinking line drive out there. Tropiano in the shadows, but the ball flying a little bit through some spots of sun. You can imagine it might be a little tricky. It'll be even trickier for his compatriot out in right field, Mendez, as he is alone out there in the sun. No man is an island except right now Wilfredo Mendez a little bit. As Brandon Colon swings through the first pitch, nothing in 1. He is 0 for 1. He walked, moved up on a wild pitch. His last time up, takes up and away, 1-1. Very light breeze blowing based off the flags off in the distance as Colon fouls it off 1-2. If you wonder about the prevalence of the sirens in the background, we are across the street from a firehouse. The firehouse with a large American flag that is not quite billowing, but certainly moving as that pitch is up and away. It's a little bit of a breeze out there. You don't really see the leaves moving. Lightly swaying maybe here. At the ball field, swung on and missed, but it's tipped and held on by Joseph. Nice play by the catcher. Cologne down on strikes for the second time. 2 away. I'll bring up Adam Tomer. Tomer 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base. Low and away. Joseph, his second inning behind the plate. He's had quite a bit of work to do. Wygo looks in. It's all lefty. Winds. That one's ripped down the line, just foul. Looked for a second like it might go over the bag. Pat's hole with absolutely no chance, but it curved just before it reached third base, depriving Tomer of extra bases. So 1-1 the count. The pitch in for a called strike. Swung on and missed. And that will retire the side. 7 strikeouts for Jimmy Wygo. A 1-2-3 inning, as he has retired 8 of the last 9. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We go to the 6th. It's 1-1. This is the quarterfinals of the Delco League playoffs on DelcoLeague.com. Top half of the 6th inning, 1-1 between Narberth and Aston Valley. Leading it off for the Mudcats is the guy who put us where we are now, Tyler Kehoe. The 2-out home run in the 3rd tied the ball game up for the Mudcats, and it's where it's remained. 1 for 2 on the night. Chris Murphy ready. Kehoe taking his time to step in from the left side. No doubt a little game within the game. Murphy winds, first pitch. Taken on the outside corner. The 0-1. Swung on, chopped up towards the first base line. Fielded by Hout over to Murphy. Just a step ahead of Kehoe. So he's down for out number 1. I didn't even get a chance to give my fun fact that I had just learned about him before he hit that home run. Kehoe with another local sports connection, the nephew of former St. Joseph's basketball coach Phil Martelli. Phil, a noted sports fan. I don't see him among the crowd, but you never know. One down for Dylan Can, 1 for 2 on the day. He's got 1 of 2 hits for the Mudcats. Right after Kehoe's home run, Can with a single. That was the last hit of the game, back in the top half of the third as he takes one low and away. The 1-0. Taken for a strike, a ball, and a strike. Michael Anderson on deck. It's the top of the order here in the 6th for the Mudcats. Line drive over the head of Cantor and into right center field. Second hit of the evening for Dylan Can. So the Mudcats have a runner aboard for the first time since Can's other single. 3 full innings, 9 batters in a row, retired by Murphy to that point. That's kind of what Chris Murphy does for Aston Valley. He will give you a strong outing. You just have to give him the run support. And thus far, they haven't. As Anderson takes a called strike, 0 for 2, reached on an error in the first inning. Flew out to Cantor at second in the third. Go ahead, run at first base, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. As it's starting to get late in this one. That one swung on and hit a long way out towards left center. A long run. Nobody's going to get there. That ball drops. It's actually gone. It's over the fence. Those fielders did not react like it was a home run. Anderson with the 2-run home run to put Narberth on top, 3-1. An identical score to last night's final. Didn't get the signal until Anderson was about at second base. But that ball got out to a deep part of the ballpark, out in left center. So Wilfredo Mendez with 1 out takes ball 1. That's upstairs 2-0. So both, or all 3 rather, of the runs for the Mudcats coming off the long ball. Murphy certainly providing some velocity that usually indicates if you can get one, it's going to go a long way. He creates a lot of that power as Mendez fouls off the 2-0. It lands on the Aston dugout. So now the Knights find themselves trailing with just 6 outs to play with. Mudcats will try to tack on, but it's 3-1 in favor of the visitors. The pitch on the black, 2-2. Pat Toll waits on deck. Just missing. So the count goes full. Two pitch. Mendez gets a piece of the off-speed pitch, hangs in there, stays alive. He fouls that one off the helmet of Quentin Perilli. Middle of the order due up for Aston Valley in the bottom of the 6th. So they'll have the guys they want with at least one more crack at trying to get into this ball game. No bullpen activity for Narberth. Imagine Jimmy Wygo, who's pitched pretty well. He's got a few walks. He's had some wildness, but hasn't hurt him. That one's inside. Mendez aboard for the first time with a walk. So after a ground out to first, a single, a home run, and a walk. That'll bring up Pat Toll. Toll 0 for 2, grounded out to third, popped up to short. First pitch, taken for a strike. Murphy checks the runner at first, comes set at the letters. Kicks. 0-1. Taken for a strike by Toll, 0-2. Post and Chegg on deck for Narberth. Knights at double play depth on the infield. Runner goes, the 0-2 outside, throw down to second. Not in time. So Mendez steals the bag. Looks like Toll swung and missed at that pitch. So he goes down on strikes. So 2 down. Dylan Postenchag 0 for 2. He's got an RBI opportunity here. Try to extend the lead. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Narberth on top 3-1. Here in the top half of the 6th inning. Game 2 of the quarterfinals. If the Mudcats hang on, they'll move on to face either Wayne or Upper Darby. Should Aston come back, a decisive Game 3 tomorrow night. Postenchag takes strike 2. The other quarterfinal series, Marple Newtown, the 7 seed, beat 6-seeded Chester on Tuesday night. They advance to play 3rd-seeded Springfield. Game 1 getting underway at Church Road Field tonight. That series will be a Thursday, Friday, Saturday affair, if necessary. Time called. As Murphy eyes the runner at second. Big spot. He really needs to get out of this inning with just the 2. Nothing to the count to Dylan Postenchag. Fouled off. Quite the contrast between Murphy, the tall pitcher, Postenchag, a little shorter of stature at the plate. The youngster batting against the Delco League veteran. Murphy set. Mendez dances off a second in the 0-2, swung on and missed. Held on to by Perilli, and that will retire the side. The 8th strikeout of the evening for Chris Murphy, but 2 runs for Narberth on the big home run by Michael Anderson. 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1 midway through the 6th. Narberth 3, Aston Valley 1. This is the Delco League playoffs on DelcoLeague.com. Wygo back out to start the 6th. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1 to Sean Haught. It'll be Haught, Lesher, and Porter. 3-4-5 for Aston Valley, trailing by 2. Gloved by Toll behind the bag at third. Nice stretch by Anderson at first. Hangs on for the out. Now Anderson putting them ahead with his bat, keeping a runner off base with a nice defensive play by both, as Toll did a good job to field that ball behind the bag at third. Breaking ball to start off Lesher that doesn't break. That one's fouled off, so it's 1-1. One in the dirt. 2-1 to count to Lesher. Lesher 0 for 2 on the day. Reached on an error, scored the Aston Valley run back in the 2nd. Hits that one hard out to left. But over to make the catch is Zach Tropiano, so 2 quick outs for Jimmy Wygo. Kyle Porter 0 for 2 on the night. Look to try and extend this inning. Lefty batting against Wygo takes one up and in. In the top half of the 7th is the bottom of the order for Narberth, Tropiano, Barbette, and Joseph. They'll hope to still have the lead and try to extend as Porter takes low 2-0. Sam Benvignati waiting on deck as we're getting to the bottom of the Aston order as well. The pitch. Off the glove of Joseph, but on the outside corner, 2-1. Porter not happy with the call. Low and away, 3-1 now. Swung on and missed. The count full, 2 outs. Colin Porter in the dirt. He is aboard with a walk. Fourth walk of the night issued by Wygo. To go along with 7 strikeouts. The walks have not hurt him yet. Got him into a little pickle in the 3rd, but he got out of it. Taken inside for a ball. No activity in the Mudcat bullpen. You wonder if this is going to be his game to try to finish off. He's got to get through the 6th, though, before he can get through the 7th. Taken inside, 2-0. To Benvignati, catcher Quentin Perilli waits on deck. That one is chopped towards 3rd, fielded by Toll, but foul territory. The right field not quite in the shadows, but the sun seems to have dipped below the trees. Still see a little bit of a reflection off of Wilfredo Mendez's sunglasses, but they're currently perched on top of his hat. The 2-1. That one's hit out towards center field. Shallow center. Kehoe coming in. He's going to let it drop in front of him. So a base hit for Sam Benvignati, the 2nd of the game for Aston, the 1st. Since the man stepping to the plate right now, Quentin Perilli, singled in the 2nd. So that'll bring out Steve DeBarberi. Might be making a pitching change. Somebody may have been getting ready earlier. No one throwing right now, but It looks like he's going to go to the bullpen, so with 2 outs here in the 6th. A pitching change. Jimmy Wygo leaves with the lead, but he's responsible for the 2 men on right now. We'll bring you the change right after this. This is the Delco League playoffs on DelcoLeague.com. New pitcher in the game for Narberth. Veteran Joe Ravert, right-hander, in from the bullpen, or rather from the first base coaching box, where he's been for the first 6 innings of the ball game. He'll come in to face Quentin Perilli with runners at first and second. Perilli, the go-ahead run for Aston, tying run at first in the person of Sam Benvignati. Colin Porter at second. Was replaced by a pinch runner, it looks like. Not sure who that is, but swung on and missed the first pitch by Perilli. In the dirt, 1-1. Narberth on top, 3-1. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Raven from the stretch, the 1-1. Taken high, 2-1. Jacob Cantor waits on deck. Fisted out towards second. That will drop into center field for a base hit. Runner coming around third will score. Coming from first to second, overrunning the bag is Benvignati, and he is out. The run counts. But Benvignati going around the bag, tried to get back, pleading his case. He is tagged out. 8-6 on a base running blunder for the Knights. He would have been the tying run in scoring position. Instead, we'll go to the 7th. Narberth leads it 3-2. This is quarterfinal game 2 on DelcoLeague.com. Zach Tropiano leading it off here in the 7th for Narberth. Swings and misses the first pitch from Chris Murphy. 0-1. Tropiano. Narberth leads it 3-2. Aston Valley. I certainly haven't seen it. 2-2. Perilli tried to frame that one. It's inside. 3-2 the count. So Narberth will try to add to the lead. Some activity out in the pen. No throwing. Maybe there was some throwing as whoever it is making their way back. Murphy from the wind. Fouled off by Tropiano. Takes a called third strike. He goes down looking for the second time tonight. Eighth strikeout for Murphy. Ain't that 9? Struck out the last 3 hitters. So Barbette steps up 0 for 2. He was one of those victims. Takes a called strike. Takes that one in the dirt. Barbette out of Yardley. Applies his trade at NYU during the college season. Shortstop for the Violets. The 1-1 taken low. That one out towards right center, drops for a hit. He'll come around first with a head of steam, but he'll stay there. 5th hit of the night for Narberth. So Dominic Joseph steps up for the second time, 0 for 1. He's got a man aboard and 1 out here in the 7th. Narberth tries to extend that 1-run lead. Get some breathing room. Try to put away Aston. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. One fouled off to the same spot. Murphy from the stretch eyes the runner. The 0-2. Off speed pitch. Joseph goes down looking. 10 punch outs now for Murphy. Six swinging, that was the 4th looking. That'll turn the lineup over. Tyler Kehoe 1 for 3. Game tying home run back in the 3rd. He's got a man aboard and 2 outs. Takes a called strike. Taps that one off the plate. 0-2 the count. Dylan Can waits on deck. Murphy's pitch. Fouled right back up into my face. It's all right, there's a fence there. I'm all right. Count stays 0-2. For the record, I did not flinch, and there's nobody here to argue with that. The 0-2. Poked foul. Kehoe staying alive. Putting a hurting on a number of baseballs. Kehoe back into the box. Murphy trying to put him away. The pitch. That was hit out towards right field. That's going to be right into the glove of Cologne. First I thought it was going to drop, but it hung up just long enough for him to make the catch, and that over to the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. They leave 1. Narberth 3 outs away from the semifinals. We'll be right back here on DelcoLeague.com. Home half of the 7th, last chance for Aston Valley to save their season. They're down a run. 8-9-1 due up for the Knights. And Brandon Cologne. Joe Raver back out there trying to save this one for Narberth. First pitch is upstairs, 1-0. Jimmy Wygo, 5 2/3 rather. In line for a big win, called strike 1-1. Aston needs a run to extend the game, 2 runs to send it to game 3 tomorrow in Narberth. The 1-1. Tapped foul. 1-2. Neither dugout has what I would call steps plural, but if it did, both teams on the top step of their respective dugouts, trying to will their counterparts to victory as Cantor takes low and away, 2-2 the count. Ravert winds, 2-2. Hit out to center. Kehoe goes back on it, drifts to his left, our right. Makes the catch, 1 away. Vinny Pareto steps in, 0 for 2. Struck out in the third. Lined out to left in the fifth. Shadows and sunlight, not an issue right now. So we approach the 2-hour mark of this game. Still plenty of daylight, but that one's upstairs. You do find that once the sun does dip behind the trees, the daylight does disappear rather quickly. So Narberth wants to put this one away. Called strike 1-1. Pareto batting from the left side, going with the no batting gloves approach. The 1-1. Looked like Ravert might have lost that out of his hand. It's outside, 2-1. Infielders up the middle. Can and Barbette on the edge of the outfield grass. Pareto with some gymnastics to get out of the way of that one. A little Keanu Reeves Matrix as he just stepped forward, held his swing, and twisted his body around. 2 balls and a strike. An impressive effort to avoid getting drilled. Swings and fouls that straight back off the press box. Felt that one in my feet. 2-2 the count. Thanks for tuning in tonight. As Narberth tries to put away Aston Valley and move on to the semifinals. That one's popped up down the third base line. Toll on the line, drifts back into fair territory. He makes the catch, 2 down. And through the doors of the Last Chance Saloon walks right fielder Brandon Colon. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Aston Valley needs an equalizer at the very least. Takes the first pitch for a strike from Joe Ravert. Kicks and delivers. Swung on and missed. Pitch in the dirt, gets away from Joseph, but nobody on base, so no problem. And now Colon down to his last strike. And this here is the beauty of the game of baseball. This pitch could end the game for Narberth. It could tie the game for Aston Valley or anything in between. Ravert from the windup, the 0-2, up and away, 1-2. You can feel that tension with every pitch. And make no mistake, this means the world to everybody on the field right now. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Joseph picks it up in the dirt, tags him. That will do it for this one. Narberth hangs on for a 3-2 win. They sweep the quarterfinal series 2-0, and they will move on to face either Wayne or Upper Darby, depending on the result of the series between Springfield and Marple Newtown. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left in the 7th for Aston Valley. Your totals for Narberth: 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 error. They left 4. Aston Valley, 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error. They leave 5. The winning pitcher, Jimmy Wygo. The loser, Chris Murphy. Joe Ravert with the save. Time of the game, 1 hour, 53 minutes. Here at Buggy Field, Narberth moves on to the semifinals next week. And they'll be 3 wins away from returning to the Delco League Championship Series. But either Wayne or Upper Darby stands in their way. The Wayne-Narberth pairing, a bit of a rivalry in the league over the years. Recently, they've met in a number of championship series, as well as the playoffs. Otherwise, Upper Darby, the defending champions, won their first title last year over this Aston Valley Knights team. But they are headed home for the summer. Narberth moves on. Once again, your final score, Narberth 3, Aston Valley 2. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with some semifinal action The Delco League playoffs are heating up. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.